Jin Park had a problem. The instant ramen shelf in his convenience store was half empty, and his supplier was late again. He stood in the middle of aisle 3, hands on his hips, staring at the empty spaces where spicy chicken ramen should be. The morning sun streamed through his store's front windows, casting long shadows across the clean floor. Everything was normal, except for the massive alien spaceship that had just appeared in the sky above Seoul. They really had to show up on delivery day, Jin muttered, checking his watch. It was 9:15 a.m., and Mrs. Lee would be coming in soon for her daily ramen fix. She always bought 5 packs of spicy chicken, and he didn't have the heart to tell her they were out. Outside his store, people walked by as if nothing unusual was happening. A few pointed their phones at the sky, but most just glanced up and kept walking. The giant ship hung there like a floating rice cooker, all shiny and round, with blinking lights that made it look like someone had stuck Christmas decorations on it. Jin's phone buzzed. It was a message from his supplier. Slight delay due to alien invasion. Will deliver tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow, maybe. Jin said out loud to his empty store. That's not going to work. He typed back. Need delivery today. Mrs. Lee will be upset. Alien invasion not acceptable excuse. A bright beam of light suddenly shot down from the ship, hitting the street right outside his store. Jin sighed and grabbed his wet floor sign, placing it near the entrance. The last thing he needed was someone slipping on whatever alien mess this would make. 3 tall figures materialized in the beam. They were dressed in what looked like very expensive tinfoil suits, with helmets that had too many blinking lights to be practical. The aliens stood there for a full minute, poses dramatic, clearly waiting for something. Jin checked his watch again. 9:20 a.m. Mrs. Lee would arrive in 10 minutes. One of the aliens finally spoke, its voice booming through some kind of speaker. People of Earth, we aavcomento. Yes, yes, Jin interrupted, waving his hand. But are you going to buy anything? If not, you're blocking my entrance. The aliens looked at each other, their dramatic poses deflating slightly. The one in the middle spoke again, this time in a much more normal voice. We are here to conquer your planet. That's nice, Jin replied, but you're still blocking my door. And unless you can get me 50 packets of spicy chicken ramen in the next 8 minutes, I have bigger problems than being conquered. The aliens huddled together, whispered among themselves, then turned back to Jin. Your lack of fear is concerning, the middle one said. Are you not impressed by our massive spaceship? It looks like my rice cooker, Jin said honestly. Now about that ramen. The aliens seemed completely lost. Their blinking helmets flickered in what might have been confusion. The one on the left pulled out a tablet-like device and started tapping frantically. Our intelligence said humans would panic. The middle one muttered. There should be screaming, running, maybe some crying. Come back at 9:30, Jin suggested. Mrs. Lee will scream plenty when she finds out we're out of her favorite ramen. Just then, his phone buzzed again. Another message from his supplier. Found back route around alien ships. Delivery in 5 minutes. Jin smiled. Never mind. Crisis avoided. He turned back to the aliens. Now, are you going to come in and shop? The air conditioning is expensive, and you're letting all the cold air out. The aliens, completely thrown off their invasion script, shuffled into the store. The bell above the door chimed cheerfully as they entered. Welcome to Park's convenience store, Jin said automatically. Today's special is buy 2 ice creams. Get 1 free. Would you like a membership card? Hannah Kim had been awake for 36 hours straight. Her quantum physics research paper was due tomorrow, and she had just finished her 5th cup of coffee. The world around her was taking on that strange, fuzzy quality that came with too much caffeine and too little sleep. So when she walked into Jin's convenience store and saw 3 aliens in shiny suits arguing about membership cards, she wasn't entirely sure if she was dreaming. The silver card gives you double points on Tuesdays, Du-Jin was explaining patiently to the tallest alien. But the gold card has better birthday rewards. What is birthday? The alien asked, its helmet lights blinking in confusion. Hannah shuffled to the coffee machine, deciding that if this was a hallucination, she might as well get more coffee. The aliens turned to watch her, their suits rustling like expensive gift wrap. Greetings, human female, the middle alien announced suddenly, its voice booming through the store. We are here to deliver our conquest speech. Hannah poured her coffee, added 3 sugars, and turned to face them. Your ship looks like my broken air fryer, she said, her sleep-deprived brain completely bypassing her filter. The aliens gasped in unison. The shortest one pulled out a device and spoke into it rapidly. Emergency report. The humans are not following the standard invasion response protocol. They keep comparing our ships to kitchen appliances. Our ships, the tall one said, drawing itself up to its full height, are the pinnacle of spacefaring architectural achievement. Hannah took a long sip of coffee. Nope, definitely an air fryer. The cheap kind from the mall. The middle alien, who had fancy badges all over its suit, stepped forward. I am Admiral Bleep Bloop, conqueror of 17 star systems. Our arrival speech has been carefully translated into all Earth languages for maximum dramatic effect. They pulled out another device and pressed a button. A mix of languages started playing all at once. Korean, English, Spanish, and what sounded like backward Swedish, all jumbled together. Your translator's broken, Hannah said, starting on her second cup of coffee. Also, Bleep Bloop. Really? Did you pick that name from an old cartoon? Admiral Bleep Bloop's helmet lights turned a deep red. This is my ancestral name. It strikes fear into the hearts of our enemies. It sounds like the noise my microwave makes, Hannah replied. Du-Jin, who had been restocking his ramen shelf, called out, Hannah, don't insult the customers, even if they are trying to conquer us. Sorry, Hannah said, not feeling sorry at all. I haven't slept in almost 2 days. I'm writing a paper on quantum entanglement and how it might affect faster-than-light travel. All 3 aliens suddenly went very quiet. The tall one whispered to Admiral Bleep Bloop, Sir, our ships run on quantum entanglement drives. Impossible, Bleep Bloop whispered back. Our intelligence said this was a primitive planet. They're not supposed to know about quantum physics. Hannah finished her coffee and grabbed a 3rd cup. Your quantum drives probably need recalibrating. That's why your ship keeps tilting to the left. It does not tilt. Admiral Bleep Bloop said, but all 3 aliens looked out the window at their ship. It was indeed tilting slightly to the left. If you want, Hannah said, pulling out her laptop. I can show you where you went wrong in the calculations. But first, does anyone want to split a ramen? I'm starving, and Du-Jin just got the spicy chicken back in stock. The aliens looked at each other, then at Hannah's laptop, then at the ramen shelf. Admiral Bleep Bloop sighed. Perhaps a small scientific discussion wouldn't hurt. And what is this spicy you speak of? Du-Jin smiled as he reached for the ramen packets. This was going to be interesting. Jai-Ho Lee was having the best stream of his career. His viewer count had just hit 1 million, and donations were pouring in. All because he was treating the alien invasion like it was the world's most realistic video game. Okay chat, check out these graphics, Jai-Ho said into his microphone, pointing his camera at the alien ships through his apartment window. The developers really outdid themselves with this new AR game. Look at those physics. In Du-Jin's convenience store below, Admiral Bleep Bloop was watching Jai-Ho's stream on a tablet while trying and failing to handle their first ever spicy ramen experience. What is this human doing? The Admiral asked, eyes watering from the spice. Why does he think we're not real? Hannah, now on her 8th cup of coffee, peered at the stream. He's a professional gamer. He thinks you're part of an augmented reality game. Like a computer program. That's ridiculous. The Admiral spluttered, reaching for more water. We are the most feared invasion force in 7 galaxies. Meanwhile, Jai-Ho was getting more excited on his stream. Watch this, everyone. I'm going to try to interact with the NPCs. He grabbed his phone and ran downstairs to the convenience store, his wireless camera following him. When he burst through the door, the bell chiming dramatically, he struck a pose. Greetings, alien NPCs. Your character design is amazing. Whoever did your motion capture deserves a raise. The aliens stared at him. The tall one whispered to Admiral Bleep Bloop, "Sir, what's an NPC?" Looking at our intelligence reports now, the short alien replied, frantically tapping on their device. It seems to stand for non-player character in their digital entertainment. Jai-Ho walked right up to them, his camera broadcasting everything. The detail on your suits is incredible. And look at those helmet lights. The ray tracing must be using some serious processing power. We are not a game. Admiral Bleep Bloop stood up, trying to look intimidating. Unfortunately, they still had tears in their eyes from the spicy ramen, which somewhat ruined the effect. Perfect dialogue delivery. Jai-Ho gave them a thumbs up. Very realistic. Chat, make sure you clip that. His viewers were going wild, sending messages like, "Best invasion game ever." Graphics are insane. Love the alien character animations. The Admiral looked at their device in horror. "Sir," the tall alien reported, "this human's broadcast is reaching millions. And they all think we're entertainment. Impossible." Admiral Bleep Bloop declared, "Humans should be terrified. This must be some kind of advanced psychological warfare." Jai-Ho was now trying to high-five the short alien. "Come on, do the secret achievement gesture. I bet there's an Easter egg." Du Jin, who had been quietly restocking shelves this whole time, spoke up. "Would anyone like some ice cream? It might help with the spicy ramen." Ice cream. All 3 aliens asked at once, momentarily forgetting their crisis. "Great quest dialogue," Jai-Ho exclaimed. "Chat, I think this is leading to a side mission." The NPCs seemed to have a weakness for Earth food. Hana, who had finally crashed from her coffee high and was half asleep on the counter, mumbled, "Best game ever. 5 stars. Would recommend." Admiral Bleep Bloop looked at their invasion plans, then at Jai-Ho's still streaming camera, then at the ice cream freezer. They made a decision. We will accept this ice cream quest," they announced formally. "Perfect." Jai-Ho beamed. "Chat, get ready for the cutscene." Do-Jin started scooping ice cream, while wondering if he should add Alien Invasion to his store's list of special events, right between holiday sale and back to school. Word had spread quickly. By noon, Do-Jin's convenience store had become the unofficial meeting point between Earth and the alien invasion force. The small store was now crowded with alien diplomats, all dressed in their shiny suits, trying to look serious while eating ice cream. "We demand Earth's immediate surrender," announced the new alien diplomat who had just arrived. His name was Ping Pong, apparently a cousin of Admiral Bleep Bloop. "Would you like some ramen first?" Du-Jin asked politely. "The spicy chicken is very popular with your advance team." At the corner table, Admiral Bleep Bloop tried to wave a warning, but it was too late. "Ha, your Earth food cannot affect our superior biology," Ping Pong declared. "I will sample this spicy chicken to prove our dominance." Hana, who had finally gotten some sleep and was back to watch the show, whispered to Jai-Ho, "Should we warn them about the double spicy version?" Jai-Ho, still streaming everything to his now 2 million viewers, grinned. "Nah, this is going to make great content. Chat's going to love this." Do-Jin prepared the double spicy ramen with care. He added an extra egg, some fresh green onions, and a special chili sauce that made even seasoned spicy food lovers think twice. The alien diplomat watched the preparation with proud indifference. "This is being broadcast across all our ships. Ping Pong announced. "Watch as I demonstrate our superiority." The entire store went quiet as Ping Pong took his first bite. For a moment, nothing happened. The diplomat stood tall, his helmet lights glowing with satisfaction. Then it hit. First, Ping Pong's helmet lights started flashing randomly. Then he made a sound that seemed impossible for alien vocal cords. Finally, he started running in circles, waving his arms. "Water. Need water," he screamed. "No, no, water makes it worse," Hana called out helpfully. "Try milk." "What is milk?" Ping Pong wailed, still running in circles. Jin calmly walked to his cooler and pulled out a banana milk. "Here, this should help." The diplomat grabbed the drink and somehow managed to get it through his helmet's emergency intake valve. The effect was immediate. He stopped running and stood very still. This banana milk," he said slowly. "What is this miracle?" Jaiho's stream chat exploded. "Best NPC reaction ever. The spicy food quest line is amazing. Banana milk for the win." Admiral Bleep Bloop watched as their dignified diplomat began grabbing every banana milk from the cooler. "Our invasion is being defeated by spicy noodles and flavored dairy products," they muttered. On the alien ships above Seoul, crews watched in horror as their diplomatic corps succumbed one by one to the combination of spicy ramen and banana milk addiction. Emergency meetings were called. New strategies were discussed. Meanwhile, Jin just rang up the sales like it was any other day. "Will you be using your membership card?" he asked Ping Pong, who was cradling an armful of banana milk. We can get points for this," the diplomat asked, momentarily forgetting about the invasion. "Double points on Tuesdays," Jin reminded him. "And today is Tuesday." That did it. The entire alien diplomatic corps lined up to apply for membership cards. Admiral Bleep Bloop watched in despair as their fearsome invasion force turned into enthusiastic convenience store regulars. "Perhaps," the Admiral said to Hana, who was enjoying the show, "we should discuss alternative approaches to Earth-alien relations." "Sure," Hana replied. "But first, want to try the new triple spicy ramen. It just came in today." The Admiral's helmet lights dimmed in fear. Hana Kim was having lunch at her mother's house when she made the discovery. She was eating kimchi that had been fermenting for 3 months when she noticed something odd. Every time she opened the container, the alien ships floating outside would drift slightly away. "Mom," she said, staring at her bowl, "could you open and close the kimchi container again?" Her mother gave her a strange look but did as asked. The ships wobbled in the sky. Hana pulled out her phone and called Jin's store. "Jin, is Admiral Bleep Bloop still there?" "Yes," Jin answered. "They're trying to decide between strawberry and chocolate ice cream." "Why?" "Put me on speaker." Hana watched the ships through the window as she opened another jar of kimchi. The entire alien fleet shifted position. At the convenience store, Admiral Bleep Bloop was holding 2 ice cream cones when their helmet lights started flickering. What is that interference?" "Hana," Jin said into the phone. "The aliens are acting weird. Their suits are making funny noises." Hana grinned. "It's the kimchi. The fermentation process creates some kind of frequency that messes with their technology." Jaiho, who was still streaming everything, jumped up excitedly. "Chat, we've discovered the aliens' weakness. Quick, clip this. This is definitely going in the game guide." Admiral Bleep Bloop's ice cream cones dropped to the floor. They grabbed their communication device. "Emergency alert. The humans have discovered a biological weapon. All ships maintain safe distance from. They turned to Jin. "What did she say it was?" "Kimchi," Jin replied helpfully. "Would you like to try some? It's very good for your health." "No," the Admiral shouted, remembering their experience with spicy ramen. "All ships maintain distance from this kimchi substance." Hana's mother, watching all this through her kitchen window, sighed and opened her large kimchi storage fridge. The entire alien fleet suddenly moved back half a mile. News spread quickly. Soon, every Korean grandmother was placing their kimchi containers on their balconies and rooftops. The alien ships were forced to maintain an awkward distance, making their threatening hover over the city much less impressive. Back at Dujin's store, Admiral Bleep Bloop was having a crisis. How can your primitive planet have developed such an advanced defense system? It's not a defense system, Hana explained, having rushed back to the store. It's fermented cabbage. We eat it with everything. You eat your weapons. The Admiral's helmet lights turned a confused pink color. It's not a weapon, Hana's mother said, walking into the store with a fresh container of kimchi. It's lunch. Would you like to try some? The aliens all backed away, their suits making distressed beeping sounds. Don't worry, Hana's mother continued, opening the container. This one is mild. The aliens' technology went haywire. Their fancy suits started playing what sounded like alien pop music, their communication devices began showing cooking shows, and their weapons turned into what looked like space umbrellas. Retreat. Admiral Bleep Bloop called out. Maintain minimum safe distance from all Korean households. As the aliens rushed out, Dujin called after them. Don't forget your membership cards. Next week is triple points on dairy products. Jaiho's stream chat was going crazy. Best game mechanics ever. Kimchi OP. Developers please nerf. Korean grandmas saving the world. Hana's mother just smiled and put the kimchi container on Dujin's counter. Always good to have some ready, she said, just in case more aliens come. Dujin nodded and added it to his special defense items shelf, right between the spicy ramen and banana milk. Hana Kim was having lunch at her mother's house when she made the discovery. She was eating kimchi that had been fermenting for 3 months when she noticed something odd. Every time she opened the container, the alien ships floating outside would drift slightly away. Mom, she said, staring at her bowl, could you open and close the kimchi container again? Her mother gave her a strange look but did as asked. The ships wobbled in the sky. Hana pulled out her phone and called Dujin's store. Dujin, is Admiral Bleep Bloop still there? Yes, Dujin answered. They're trying to decide between strawberry and chocolate ice cream. Why? Put me on speaker. Hana watched the ships through the window as she opened another jar of kimchi. The entire alien fleet shifted position. At the convenience store, Admiral Bleep Bloop was holding 2 ice cream cones when their helmet lights started flickering. What is that interference? Hana, Dujin said into the phone. The aliens are acting weird. Their suits are making funny noises. Hana grinned. It's the kimchi. The fermentation process creates some kind of frequency that messes with their technology. Jaiho, who was still streaming everything, jumped up excitedly. Chat, we've discovered the alien's weakness. Quick, clip this. This is definitely going in the game guide. Admiral Bleep Bloop's ice cream cones dropped to the floor. They grabbed their communication device. Emergency alert. The humans have discovered a biological weapon. All ships maintain safe distance from. They turned to Dujin. What did she say it was? Kimchi, Dujin replied helpfully. Would you like to try some? It's very good for your health. No, the Admiral shouted, remembering their experience with spicy ramen. All ships maintain distance from this kimchi substance. Hana's mother, watching all this through her kitchen window, sighed and opened her large kimchi storage fridge. The entire alien fleet suddenly moved back half a mile. News spread quickly. Soon, every Korean grandmother was placing their kimchi containers on their balconies and rooftops. The alien ships were forced to maintain an awkward distance, making their threatening hover over the city much less impressive. Back at Dujin's store, Admiral Bleep Bloop was having a crisis. How can your primitive planet have developed such an advanced defense system? It's not a defense system, Hana explained, having rushed back to the store. It's fermented cabbage. We eat it with everything. You eat your weapons. The Admiral's helmet lights turned a confused pink color. It's not a weapon, Hannah's mother said, walking into the store with a fresh container of kimchi. It's lunch. Would you like to try some? The aliens all backed away, their suits making distressed beeping sounds. Don't worry, Hannah's mother continued, opening the container. This one is mild. The aliens' technology went haywire. Their fancy suits started playing what sounded like alien pop music, their communication devices began showing cooking shows, and their weapons turned into what looked like space umbrellas. Retreat, Admiral Bleep Bloop called out. Maintain minimum safe distance from all Korean households. As the aliens rushed out, Do Jin called after them. Don't forget your membership cards. Next week is triple points on dairy products. Jaiho's stream chat was going crazy. Best game mechanics ever. Kimchi OP. Developers please nerf. Korean grandmas saving the world. Hannah's mother just smiled and put the kimchi container on Doojin's counter. Always good to have some ready, she said, just in case more aliens come. Doojin nodded and added it to his special defense items shelf, right between the spicy ramen and banana milk. Doojin's convenience store had changed a lot in the past week. He had to add 3 new refrigerators just to keep enough banana milk in stock for the aliens. The store now had a diplomatic section, where Admiral Bleep Bloop held their official meetings, right between the ramen aisle and the ice cream freezer. Today's agenda, the Admiral announced to a group of Earth representatives, is to discuss the terms of our continued presence on Earth. Nobody said the word invasion anymore, especially since half the alien fleet was now busy making social media content. First, the Admiral continued, we need to ensure a steady supply of banana milk to all our ships. Hannah, who had been chosen as Earth's science representative because she was the only one who understood both quantum physics and the aliens' love for convenience store snacks, raised her hand. Why don't you just make banana milk on your ships? She asked. You have technology that can bend space-time. The aliens looked shocked. The Admiral's helmet lights turned a scandalized blue color. Make our own banana milk. Impossible. It wouldn't taste the same. They protested, clutching their current banana milk closer. Jaiho, who was still streaming everything, now to 5 million viewers, laughed. Chat. Look. The aliens are becoming convenience store snack purists. Just then, Doojin's elderly mother walked into the store. She took one look at the alien diplomatic meeting and sighed. Doojin, she called out, your store is too messy. Even the aliens' helmets are dusty. Before anyone could stop her, she walked up to Admiral Bleep Bloop with a cleaning cloth. The Admiral, who had conquered 17 star systems, found themselves being fussed over by a small Korean grandmother. Your helmet lights need cleaning, she said, reaching up to polish them. How can you see through all this space dust? The Admiral's entire diplomatic corps watched in stunned silence as their leader was mothered by a human. And look at your suit, Doojin's mother continued, brushing off the Admiral's shoulders. So wrinkled. Don't you have an iron on your fancy spaceships? Jaiho's stream chat went wild. Grandma MVP. Even aliens can't escape Grandma's cleaning. This is the best diplomatic meeting ever. The Admiral, instead of being offended, seemed to melt under the attention. Their helmet lights turned a warm, happy pink. No one has cleaned my helmet since I left the Space Academy, they said softly. Young people these days, Doojin's mother muttered, still cleaning. Always rushing around trying to conquer planets, never taking care of themselves properly. The other aliens watched with interest. Soon, they were all asking for their helmets to be cleaned too. Hannah leaned over to Doojin and whispered, I think your mom just solved the invasion crisis. Doojin nodded, watching as his mother organized the aliens into a neat line, promising to clean each of their helmets if they promised to sit properly and stop hovering their ships over the city at odd angles. Should we tell them about her kimchi? Hannah asked with a grin. Let's wait, Doo-jin replied. First, let's see if they want to try her home-cooked meals. No alien can resist Korean grandmother cooking. The Admiral, now sporting a sparkly clean helmet, looked happier than they had since arriving on Earth. Perhaps, they announced to their troops, conquering isn't as important as finding a good convenience store with a nice cleaning service. Doo-jin started planning where to put the helmet cleaning station sign. It started when Doo-jin's mother invited Admiral Bleep Bloop over for dinner. While she was cooking, she had her favorite K-drama playing on the TV. The Admiral, who was waiting politely in the living room, couldn't look away from the screen. What is this entertainment format? They asked, their helmet lights pulsing with interest. Just a drama, Doo-jin's mother said, stirring her soup. This one is about a rich CEO who falls in love with a poor noodle shop owner. The Admiral watched as the CEO character ran through the rain to confess his love. But why doesn't he just use a transportation device? And why is there always rain during important moments? That's what makes it romantic, Doo-jin's mother explained. Would you like to watch from the beginning? 3 hours later, Hannah found the Admiral still glued to the TV, their helmet lights changing colors with every emotional scene. Admiral, she called out, your ship is asking for orders. Shah. The Admiral waved her away. He's about to find out she's actually his childhood friend. Hannah pulled out her phone and called Doo-jin. We might have a situation. Your mom got the Admiral hooked on K-dramas. At the convenience store, Doo-jin was already dealing with the consequences. Alien crew members were flooding in, asking for snacks to eat while watching dramas. They had even started dressing their ships to match different drama themes. Sir, the tall alien reported to their communication device, the Admiral isn't responding to any messages. They're probably watching episode 12, Doo-jin said, restocking the snack shelf. That's the one with the big plot twist. Jae-ho, who had been recording everything, couldn't believe his luck. Chat, the aliens have discovered K-dramas. This is better than any game storyline. The situation quickly spread to other ships. Alien crews started downloading entire drama series. Their advanced AI systems, designed for war strategies, were now being used to predict drama endings and analyze character relationships. Emergency meeting, the tall alien finally announced. But when they gathered in Doo-jin's store, half the alien officers were secretly watching dramas on their helmet displays. We need to discuss our invasion plans, the tall alien started. But can we wait until after this episode? Another alien asked. The leads are about to have their first date. Even their fearsome space weapons had been affected. One ship's laser system now projected drama scenes onto clouds. Another ship's defense shields displayed fan art of popular drama couples. Hannah found Admiral Bleep Bloop still at Doo-jin's mother's house, now surrounded by snacks and tissues. Admiral, she said gently, you've been watching for 15 hours straight. But I need to know if she recovers her memory. The Admiral sobbed through their helmet. And why did the second lead have to be so nice? This is worse than losing the Battle of 7 Suns. Doo-jin's mother just kept bringing more snacks and tissues. Wait until they discover variety shows, she whispered to Hannah with a smile. By the end of the day, the entire invasion fleet had different drama OSTs playing from their ships. Alien crews were debating plot points across space channels. Some had even started writing fan fiction. Perhaps, Admiral Bleep Bloop said, finally emerging from their drama marathon, we should focus less on conquering Earth and more on cultural exchange. Also, does anyone know when the next episode airs? Jae-ho's stream chat couldn't stop laughing. Best plot twist ever. Aliens becoming K-drama fans is the good ending. Someone make this into a drama. 1 month after the aliens first appeared over Seoul, Admiral Bleep Bloop called for a final meeting at Doo-jin's convenience store. The store had changed quite a bit. It now had an intergalactic snacks section, a drama viewing area, and a helmet cleaning station run by Dujin's mother. "We need to discuss the official end of our invasion," the admiral announced, while carefully eating ice cream through their helmet's special dessert port. "Does this mean you're leaving?" Hannah asked, looking up from where she was teaching some alien engineers about Earth's quantum physics. "Leave." The admiral's helmet lights flickered in panic. "But we'll miss the finale of our favorite drama. And who will clean our helmets? And where will we get banana milk?" Jaiho, still streaming everything to his now 10 million followers, grinned. "Chat, I think we're about to see the good ending." The admiral stood up straight, trying to look official. "After careful consideration, we have decided that Earth would be more valuable as a cultural exchange partner." "You mean you're too busy watching dramas to invade?" Hannah asked with a smile. "And our ships refuse to move during new episode releases," the tall alien added. "Also, we've spent our entire invasion budget on convenience store membership points." Dujin checked his sales records. "Your fleet has earned enough points for a free vacation package to Jeju Island." The alien's helmet lights all lit up with excitement. "There's more of Korea to explore. Wait until they discover Norabang," Dujin's mother whispered to Hana. "Alien karaoke will be interesting." The admiral cleared their throat. "Therefore, I officially declare this invasion converted into a cultural exchange program." Jaiho's stream chat exploded. "Best game ending ever. 100% completion rate. Aliens choosing cave dramas over war is peak culture." The admiral had prepared a formal speech, but they got distracted when Dujin brought out a new flavor of milk. "Is that chocolate banana milk?" Their helmet lights turned heart-shaped. "Limited edition," Dujin said, "only for our premium members." The speech was quickly forgotten as the aliens lined up to try the new drink. Their feared invasion force had become the store's most loyal customer base. "Oh," Hannah suddenly remembered something. "What about your 17 other conquered star systems?" "We sent them all K-drama box sets and convenience store starter packs," the tall alien explained. "They're now requesting their own cultural exchange programs." Dujin looked thoughtful. "Maybe it's time to franchise." 6 months later, Dujin's convenience store had branches on 3 different planets. His mother was running an intergalactic helmet cleaning service. Hana had started an exchange program teaching quantum physics to aliens who still couldn't handle spicy food. And Jaiho's streaming channel, Gaming with Aliens, had become the most watched show in 7 galaxies. Admiral Bleep Bloop stayed on Earth as the cultural exchange ambassador, a job that mostly involved watching dramas and testing new milk flavors. Their invasion ships were converted into mobile convenience stores and drama viewing theaters. "You know," the admiral said one day, while enjoying their daily banana milk at Dujin's store, "nobody back home is going to believe how this invasion ended." "Sure they will," Dujin replied, restocking the now universal Earth snacks section. "Just tell them to watch Jaiho's streams. He recorded everything." Besides, Hana added, "who wouldn't believe that convenience stores, K-dramas, and a Korean grandmother's care were stronger than any space weapon?" The admiral's helmet lights glowed happily. After all, they had discovered something much better than conquest: a good convenience store with excellent customer service.